Salut, c'est Géraldine, bienvenue sur Comme une Française TV, sound French even to the French. Who knows what lurks in the night? What secret monsters await the traveler on the lonely roads? Which creatures might hunt little children that wander too far in the rock forest? Well, French oral storytellers of yesteryears didn't know either, so they just made things up. Or did they? Today we'll look into strange bits of French mythology. Let's dive in. La Bête du Gévaudan, La Bête du Gévaudan is a famous giant beast that brought terror and death in rural France for several years in the 18th century. The attacks mainly took place in Le Gévaudan, the former name of what is now La Lozère. La Lozère, a French rural region in the Massif Central. Le Massif Central, the old mountain in the central part of France. The monster roamed the countryside for at least 3 years in the 1760s, killing over 100 people in total and striking terror in the society of the time. It's been theorized as a giant wolf or maybe a leopard or even un tueur en série, a serial killer. Or was it un loup-garou, a werewolf? Wolf attacks weren't unheard of, even on this scale, but the spotlight here comes from a media craze by European newspapers. It led to the intervention of the royal army and many rumors and theories, as well as a 2001 movie called Le Pacte des Loups, or Brotherhood of the Wolf, which was a huge hit while being more spectacular than historically accurate. You will find a link to the trailer on the blog. If you're on YouTube, just follow the link below the pages for this episode. Le Dahu is an animal that looks like a mountain goat or un chamois as well. It lives exclusively in the mountains but is rarely seen. Its particularity on Le Dahu, the right legs are shorter than the left legs. It's very useful to walk on slopey terrain. If you go to any small village in the Alps or Les Pyrénées, the mountain range between France and Spain, find the nearest bar or tavern and buy a drink for the oldest mountaineer there. He will then share his stories about la chasse au Dahu, the way to hunt it. It's a simple trick. Just get behind the animal, hide, and whistle. It will turn around with surprise, becoming unbalanced by its legs and fall down the slope. Then you just have to pick it up. Surprisingly enough, modern science found that le Dahu is a distant cousin from the Australian drop bears. Le drac is a water dragon that lives in the rivers of southern France. It can shapeshift into human form to lure young people away and drown them. The demon appears in many stories with several variations. It might even be considered to be the devil itself in disguise. Le drac shares some characteristic with its neighbor La Tarasque, another dragon that lived in water in southern France, until Saint Martha came by and tamed it. She also brought it back to the nearest village, and the terrified townspeople killed it on sight, though before the saint had time to explain it was harmless now. The people repented, converted to Christianity, and the village is now called Tarascon. But Le Drac has yet another form. It gave its name to the river down my street that used to frequently attack the city with its floods. Maybe some kind of demon still sits down there, angry and forever frustrated by mankind's mastery of dams and levees. Le croque-mitaine is the French version of the Boogeyman. The origin of the name is unclear, but it sounds like it wants to eat des mitaines, which is kind of a glove, or your fingers. It's the monster with no form that walks in the night, the threats to scare children away from dark places. It lives in the basement, in the woods, and under your bed. It knows when you're sleeping, it knows when you're awake, and it's not afraid to come down the chimneys either. That's why one of its nicknames is closely associated to Santa Claus. It's le père fouettard, le père fouettard. The père fouettard is a boogeyman with a whip, an angry old man like Santa's evil twin. La fée Mélusine. La fée Mélusine, Mélusine fairy, is a feminine figure of French mythology, popular in both Western and Eastern France. She appears in medieval stories but might come from Roman legends. Some say she was the daughter of Merlin l'Enchanteur, King Arthur's wizard Merlin. Some say she was a princess from Albania that arrived in France for mysterious reasons. Anyway, as the most popular story goes, she was found by a knight in the woods. She saved his life and promised him power and glory if he married her. It all came with one condition: he wasn't allowed to ever see her on Saturdays. He accepted. Naturally, all went well for years until one Saturday when, out of suspicion and jealousy, the husband betrayed his one promise. The Lord spied on his wife through a keyhole and he found out her secret. She was bathing normal from head to waist, but at the moment she had the lower half of a giant winged snake. He screamed, she screamed, and feeling betrayed, she flew out of the window. She might still roam the lands in whatever form she's assuming now. Her name is quite popular and has inspired comic books, music bands, and even an experimental nuclear reactor in Grenoble. Finally, as the legend goes, the snake fairy founded the town of Lusignan, and its inhabitants are still called les Mélusins and les Mélusines, les Mélusins and les Mélusines, out of respect for her. So in truth, Mélusines still exist today. Et toi? Did you know about these legends? What are the mythical creatures of your own country? Do you ever take a shower in your half-snake form? Tell me in the comment section, I want to hear from you. If you're on YouTube, you'll find the link below this video to the blog communefrancaise.com. On the site, I read all the comments and answer all your questions as well. Did you like this video? Do you want more? Let me share exclusive lessons, private offers, and my 10 favorite Commune Française handpicked episodes with you by email. It's super easy to join. Leave me your first name and email and I will get back to you straight away. Subscribe now to get my best content straight to your inbox, the fantastic stuff that's not even on YouTube. And the best thing is, it's all free. Merci for watching Commune Française TV, sound French even to the French. Allez, salut!